What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Brain Gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. Now, in light of obviously Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming to PC in a couple of days' time, we're going to be testing that game. Oh, I can't wait to play that game again on PC. I gotta say, that game is absolutely phenomenal. Played it on PlayStation 5, most of it. Played then all of it on PS5 Pro, of course. And then obviously we're going to be testing it on Steam Deck and also the 4070 that I have in my PC. We could do some comparison videos with PS5 Pro and what my opinions are and things like that. But anyway, for today, we are testing Final Fantasy VII Remake on PC. Now, we're in this very little scene, obviously, going up to Sephiroth for the very early part of the game. Currently, we're at the 720p because there's no 800p resolution to get it closer to Steam Deck's native display, but 720p is absolutely fine on the Steam Deck. It's kind of what you do. We're at high settings, 120 FPS because we've docked it to the monitor. We've got all the display, heads-up display on the top left, so you can see all the statistics you'd want to see. Characters displayed, we're on 8 at the moment, which is the default that you get. And as you can see, we are getting incredibly good frame rates from this little device. Now, we'll change some settings later on. Perhaps we'll go and try out 1080p just to see. Let's skip cutscenes because I don't want to spoil the games for you guys and stuff, but this game's been out for a long time. If you haven't played this yet, then that's kind of on you. But at the end of the day, we're in a fairly open area. I did start this testing video off in a different area and it was quite enclosed, and we actually had above like 70 frames in a lot of areas. But yeah, even in this sort of more busy high street NPC area, you can expect pretty good FPS. There is the odd sort of like frame stutter with like loading into new areas in this game. It's an issue on PC in general in this game, not just the Steam Deck. So it is unfortunate to see. It's very frustrating, these sorts of things, but it's stuff we've talked about in videos in the past, and I hope that this is something that in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that they fix on the PC version coming out this week, and we'll be testing that, talking about it, giving my opinions on the PC port, and yeah, I'm going to be doing a whole playthrough on PC again because I just love this game, and I mean, talking about the second game, I love the first game as well, both brilliant, but this second game just takes it a step further with everything, doesn't it? It's just yeah, it's just exciting, much bigger open world, lots of things to do. It's very, very good, but this is what you can expect. Playing this game on a handheld, you know, is now really possible with the Steam Deck. It's amazing to see. And the fact that you can take this entire game on the go, and of course the new one, the part 2, is fully verified for Steam Deck. Right, so now let's not go over to Aerith over there. Now we are in this kind of like busier area with lots of NPCs on the screen. You can see we are getting 60 frames in most cases, the occasional drop. What I personally would do is cap this. If I was playing this on my Steam Deck OLED, I would cap this at 45 FPS just to keep that lock and maintain more battery life. It's something that's always important to do, is keep that battery life, obviously, on a handheld. That is crucial. So I would absolutely be capping this at 45 frames per second. But for just the fun of it, since we've got this docked and everything, and that's why I like to do this test, some people may have their Steam Decks docked. Let's see what we can get at 1080p resolution. Let's keep high settings, keep the settings the same. Can we achieve 30 frames per second at 1080p? Let's have a look. And yes, we can. You could absolutely, there's materia there. How do you get that? I'm okay. Maybe it's somewhere you go to later. I'm not too sure, but yeah, you can see that even in this sort of more populated area, you can get above 30 frames, and you can cap this at 30 frames if you would like on the Steam Deck. So let's go up again, right? Why not? Like, let's muck around. This is the point of these videos, just showing you what you can expect from these games. Let's graphic settings. Let's see if we can do 1440p. Yeah, I think this is going to be a challenge. Oh, it's close, though. It's close. I imagine getting in battle, that doing this would be a challenge. Let's see if we just drop down the settings a little bit here and just see if we could get, if we put it on low on both, because it's only high and low. There's only 2 presets on the PC version of this game, which is a real shame. I really want them to push the PC versions well above the console versions, because obviously it can do that. So why not show it? Right, so let's skip this scene. Let's be nice to Aerith, because we like Aerith. Can we skip all this? Yeah, we can skip. Okay, so we're in combat. So yeah, you're not doing 1440p. You're absolutely not doing 1440p in combat and everything on the Steam Deck, unless you want drops below 30 frames per second. So let's pause. Let's just you can't in battle, really? Okay, well, we got to play this out at this resolution now. So this is the experience you can get at 1440p. It looks good though. I gotta say, 1440p is really a sweet spot resolution, because in the end of the day, like 1080p still looks very soft compared to 1440. It is a nice upgrade going to that 1440p, but you can play the game at this. Yeah, you're going to experience drops, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So let's go back to 1080p here, and you can see we'll keep the low settings actually, because we didn't try that. Yeah, you get it. You could literally do 45 frame rate cap on this. God, if the Steam Deck actually had a 1080p display, it would be really, really good. If you've got more powerful hardware like the Asus ROG Ally, or if you've got the Lenovo or any of these newer handhelds that are coming out gradually, you could, like, oh, here we go. Here's that materia. You can really, really play games at a decent frame rate. And this is why I have really high hopes for the Nintendo Switch, because this game, like, the Switch is supposed to be like potentially 20%, maybe more. I think from what I've heard, like 20% plus more powerful in a lot of cases. You could, increasing this by 20%, you could play a 1080p handheld screen. This is what annoyed me about people the other day. Were criticizing the Switch, like, oh, 1080p like handheld in 2025 is just like terrible. It's like, it's a handheld device. Like, you don't have unlimited power to just muck around with on that device. Like, it's absolutely fine to have that as the sort of resolution to play at. So I don't know. For a handheld, that's great, and obviously docked, it's going to have that higher power output. You can seriously expect much higher resolutions on the new Switch in these sorts of games, and I imagine we're going to see sort of like these Final Fantasy games coming to the Switch, I would have thought, because they're obviously releasing them on PC now. Why would they not bring them to Switch? It makes so much sense having those handheld in a really playable, very good state, optimized specifically for Nintendo Switch 2 as well. You can expect these games to run really, really well. So this is a 1080p. Again, let's just do one final test in this next bit of combat. Let's go back to the 720p. We'll do 768. We'll do 768 at 120 frames. Let's go back to high, and let's see in combat if we can maintain that 45 plus FPS in a lot of cases. So we are at the moment. I really should have added on my materia, really. That would have been a good idea, to put a healing materia on, because otherwise I'm just going to chew through all my heals. But even in a lot of cases here, you're above 60 frames. So again, like, you can imagine, like the Switch 2, obviously we're not 1080p right now, but even if the Switch 2 decides to cap the game at, I don't know, this 768 resolution that we've got, then it's still very playable. That was a really bad move. I didn't mean to press that. It's okay. I haven't played these games in a little while. The first one definitely feels different with certain mechanics as well. But it's okay, we're doing all right. There we go. I think we stop there. I think that's a very, very playable game. This would look incredible on the OLED handheld as well. You got to remember, you're probably watching this on a screen. Maybe you're watching it on a phone, which would be a good idea because it's a comparable size screen. But at the end of the day, if you're watching this on a TV or a larger monitor, then absolutely it's going to look worse. Obviously. That's something to expect, so just bear that in mind. It will look a lot better on just a handheld OLED screen, especially the OLED, man. I mean, the Steam Deck OLED screen is just absolutely incredible. I think it is a shame. That's the only thing I do agree with on the Switch 2, is it is a shame that they've gone back to LCD, but at the same time, it's something that's just got to happen, right? It's something that they want to do. So the cost saving it needs to be there for a device like this. So yeah, it's fine. Anyway, let's stop the video there. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel. We're going to be doing loads of different testing, loads of things coming up in the future. But leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in future videos. Bye-bye for now.